وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. All right. We get to the point that last Wednesday, of course, we're still in the book, the Etiquette of all the student knowledge, how to start, how to deal with the Shaykh, how to deal with today, emphasizing how, as we have been mentioning, how to seek your knowledge. And first of all, he said, one of the great points, he said, don't take your knowledge from anyone. Don't take his knowledge from. He said, don't take your knowledge from Sahafi or Mushafi, the one who read on his own. So this is a big thing. So, for example, a lot of people, they have nothing to do with the deen, with the shara, and they become like this, and he said that. SubhanAllah, there was one thing, as the Christian and Jew far. Allah said, no, there's some opinion about it. There's a website or whatever site on Google called Quora that type and then go down all the way to see who wrote this article. Doctors, and this is not their specialty. No matter who you are, you need to have to be special. In the Ummah, the philosophers, they talk about things they have nothing to do with the deen of Allah. Imam Awza'i, he has his own madhab, like Imam Malik, Ahmed, Abu Hanifa, but he didn't have many. They have a lot of students and they have spread the knowledge of their teachers. But Imam Awza'i, one of them, he said, who's your Shaykh? Where did you learn the knowledge from? So this is the saying things like sweet talker and things like that. There's the black seed. Everyone knows the black seed. Al-Habba. So there's Al-Habba in Arabic. There is Al-Habba al-Sawda, the black seed. Al-Habba, there's have that one dot beneath the ba, right? And he read Al-Hayya. In his own, because the Rasul said the Habba al-Sawda, the black seed, will cure from all diseases. From his own knowledge, they said, this is a famous guy back in the days, and so every patient was killed because of him. So the thing is, he said, the thing they saw, this is multiply jahl, ignorance. For example, if I ask you when the Battle of Badr happened, I don't know, would be much better. Because what do you mean 3 years before Hijrah? So you know what? It happened when Rasulullah was in Mecca. So you know what I'm saying? So this is called double sided or multiple ignorance, subhanAllah. All right. A person, he have learned Sharia from the proper and the right way. So we cannot just do it the way it is. And as you know, there's a lot of people that just study, especially go to colleges. Some they go for Sharia just to have a job. So this is an issue. And this was one of those people watching. He said this website called Quora, right? And anyone could write in it. Anyone, they said. The website called Quora says Quora. So anyone can just write there and give you their own opinion, subhanAllah. This is something is a big thing to be careful with. And some people are, subhanAllah, philosophers. There's a guy, he passed away, may Allah have mercy upon him. He was tried to convince everyone that's the girl gets the same amount of the boy when it comes to heritage. And all the ayat and the hadith, he came in a philosophic way to convince everyone, see this, we get the same. Islam is fair. SubhanAllah. So he just like those people, you cannot just take the knowledge from anyone. That's basically what it is. And the other thing, Shaykh mentioned, he said, أدب الطالب مع شيخه, how to behave with your Shaykh. Basically, the Shaykh here describes or give us like tips how to deal with your Shaykh, to have respect, to honor your Shaykh, to listen to your Shaykh in a way like when he give the dars, the lecture, you listen to them, and when you ask the question, you have to make sure choose the right phrase, the right words before you ask him. And as he said, there's few ways or double condition for you to achieve this. How am I going to behave well with my Shaykh? He said, rahimahullah, he said, this first of all, guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you deal, so Allah will give you the right amount of wisdom how to deal with your Shaykh. As you deal with your parents, how do you deal with your parents? Naturally, you respect them, or you deal with someone older than you. Imagine someone 20 or 30 years older than you, how you deal with them. Automatically, you're raised to respect, right? So your Shaykh, he said, have more right because he basically removed the jahl away from you. Teach you the right thing. And the other thing will help you out how to deal with your Shaykh, how when you sit in the majlis ilm, in the circle of knowledge, then you understand how to sit, how to talk, how to deal with your Shaykh exactly through the other students, then they teach one another. And even when you ask the Shaykh a question, sometimes you go to Google, Mr. Google, this is the problem, and you learn about, let's say, one topic or subject. So you get a lot of information about this little thing, and then you go there and tell the Shaykh, what do you think about this? The Shaykh will tell you, well, could be, there's two opinions about it. One opinion says, I think we could do it. The other opinion, kind of weaker, said you cannot do. And said, well, can you give me the name of the Shaykh, who the one who said you can do? Or I don't remember the name of the Shaykh. Said, see, he's acting like Shaykh, he doesn't know the name of Shaykh, he made it, he said his opinion is stronger. So this is the way you try to trick the Shaykh, you try to make him, to criticize the Shaykh indirectly, and in a way you want to just humiliate the Shaykh in a way, but this is not the right way, and try basically, this will harm him definitely. So, and the other thing, you don't want to overdo it, over-exaggerated, as the Shaykh he said. There's some of them, they really overdo it, as the Shaykh said. So they said there's two groups. One of them, they almost worship the Shaykh. That's not the deen. They come to the Shaykh, they try to kiss his body or just his clothes, get some barakah, and do things like this. They bend down. Some people, they do like this, like the Chinese. And this is not Islamic. You cannot bow down for the Shaykh. It's only for Allah. So there's no way. Make salam, respect one thing, and to basically make him holy, another thing. You understand? So different between respect the Shaykh and make the Shaykh holy. So this is not the sunnah for the Prophet ﷺ. Matter of fact, one time a group of people came to Rasulullah ﷺ from the tribe called Bani Amir. They told him, Ya Rasulullah, Anta, you are Sayyiduna. Said, no, Sayyid is Allah. You are Sayyidina. Sayyidina means basically our leader, our master. Said, the Sayyid is Allah. He refused. Said, well, you are the greatest among us. He said, move on, say what you want to say, Rasulullah. Don't let the shaitan use you by saying things above who I am. So basically, this is my level. Don't make me above my level. Where the level Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put me in, my name is Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Abdullah wa Rasuluh. So do not elevate my status more than what Allah have gave me. So same thing with this one. So basically, you don't want to get to the point. Some people, they over-exaggerate would they become the sheikh like a holy or divine? Or some people, they are so disrespectful. You don't want this or that. There's something neutral. Rasulullah, when they were kind to him and they compliment him, if something suitable to him, then he didn't say anything to him. But if something above what Allah have given him, then he rejected immediately. So basically this is what we need to understand. So nothing overdo, we just something like Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, always in the middle, not to be more than what it is. Like they said, you're like a foster father, right? And there is the Shaykh, they call him the Speak of Naz, he's a religious father, right? He's Abuwa Diniyah. So basically, he's the one who teach you like your father teach you the things you need in your life. The Shaykh teach you things you need in your for the hereafter. And some people, they come Shaykh, they give Shaykh with both hands, and this not Sunnah either. So basically, we said we cannot bow down and so on. And he said also, don't imitate your Shaykh with everything. Don't imitate the way he walks. Don't imitate his voice. That's not what made him like a special, not his voice, not the way he walks, not basically his handwriting. He have a beautiful handwriting. One of the funny stories that Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, he said, I used to have a very nice handwriting, Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, right? So his Shaykh was his Shaykh Imam Sa'di, rahimahullah, the one who does the tafsir. So he said, then I started imitating his handwriting. Then he said, my handwriting became ugly. So he said, basically, this is not the way. If you you imitate his deen, the way his coming to the masjid, the way his, for example, being respectful, being knowledgeable, have good akhlaq, and so on. But the other things is definitely we should not be imitating the Shaykh, because those things you would just try to imitate did not make the Shaykh special. And also the other thing, do not be the reason for it makes, they said, that Shaykh Bakr Zayd, rahimahullah, said, do not be the reason for it makes the Shaykh basically give up on the dars and the lecture. When you are there, if the Shaykh see the people like half sleep and playing with their phones, not paying attention, then he gets bored and he want to get the dars over with as quick. But when you see like you care, you write and ask a question, what was this thing, what did the Shaykh said, what you said there, what the opinion about this, and you ask a question after the dars, connect to the dars, this make the thing, matter of fact, bring the barakah to the halaqah, to the circle, and make you want to do more and more, subhanAllah. And always think, even the things you know, just look at it. As one time when the halaqah of Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, a student came, and Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen was like, subhanAllah, he was a teacher. And he saw one of the people, the attendants, he said, he's not paying attention. So he used to ask questions, Abdul Rahman, Hashmat, Mu'ad, what did I say? So he asked him, what did I say there? He said, I don't know. I was very honest. He said, why did you attend then? He told him. He said, if you didn't know what I said, he said, I attend because basically this halaqah, the end of the halaqah, Allah said, قُومُوا مَغْفُورًا لَكُمْ, you have been forgiven, or so on. So I think I came to be forgiven, basically. So subhanAllah, I was about to teach him something, he taught me something. So basically think about this. If you know that piece of information this time, sit there, listen to get the forgiveness. This is the bare minimum. Even something you heard it before, or you know about, don't act like, just like basically this make the Shaykh give up and wanna finish and so on. So always think about, try to benefit from each word, even if you heard it before, to apply it in different aspects of your life. And subhanAllah, I remember even when you write down, make sure you ask for his permission, or if he sees you like this, it's fine. But don't hide and write, he said. This was Shaykh Bakr, rahimahullah, he said, make sure he sees you. I remember one of my shaykh, one of the main shaykh I learned from, one of the Shaykh ibn Baz students, he saw me, he was given the lecture, it was on Hajj, subhanAllah, or Umrah, I forgot, I think it was on Hajj. So he said, subhanAllah, I was trying to record his lecture. Said, his writer said, Shaykh, you know the rules. So what is it? He said, no recording. You can write whatever you want. Right away, you hide your phone. You cannot just like try to hide. You have to take the permission, even to record or to write down. But if he sees you, like he said, the Shaykh Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, said if he sees you, there's no problem, because that means he doesn't mind you writing what you see. This is a very, very important part of this book. Said التلقي عن المبتدع, to learn from the innovator. Can we? We cannot. So basically, if you have a choice, definitely you cannot learn from them. You cannot sit in their gathering, or you should not. You don't want to make him like, show, mashallah, there's so many people attend, because this deceives the others. Especially a person like you on the sunnah, you don't want to sit with the innovator, someone teaching the people the wrong way, subhanAllah. So the thing is here, it's because this is deen. This knowledge is a deen. You have to be careful who you take your deen from. And the deen means Jannah or hellfire. So you need to understand where you're taking your deen from. So this is very, very important. You don't want to take your deen from those people who use their logic, or the people of Rafida or Khawarij, or people they worshiping graves and go make a circle, and Shia, and you have to make sure this, you don't want to take your knowledge from these people. As Imam Malik rahimahullah said, you cannot take your knowledge from 4 different types of people. 4 types, you be careful. Do not seek knowledge from them. One of them, a silly guy, like we said that with this guy we mentioned, he said he want to prove the Quran that female get as much as amount of the male when it comes to heritage. They're equal when it comes to heritage. This is silly. Philosophers, subhanAllah. And the other one, he said, the innovator, the one who deal with bid'ah, you don't take knowledge from him. And the one who lies in the daily life, even though he's telling you when it comes to knowledge, he give you the right knowledge. But when he talks around, he lies. You cannot take your knowledge from him. Even that the knowledge he gives you is true, but if he lies in the daily life, beside the knowledge, for the Islamic knowledge, then you cannot take from him. And also you cannot take knowledge from a righteous person, but he doesn't have knowledge. He's a righteous, mashallah. He knows how to do salah, knows how to do siyam, he knows what invalidates the wudu, but you cannot take your knowledge from him. You have to go to the knowledge, the person who has knowledge. So those, he said, Imam Malik rahimahullah said, you cannot take the knowledge from these people. Because he said basically the other people, the Shaykh Bakr, Abu Zayd, he said basically, if you want to become knowledgeable, you have to seek the knowledge from the right and the people you think they are on the sunnah with nani that. Yeah, the people like Imam Malik rahimahullah, when he see a person have a bid'ah, he kick him out of his majlis. So one time, you know the famous story, a man, he said, came to him, said, what about al-istiwa? How did Allah rise over the throne? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah stawa upon the arsh, over the arsh, the throne, right? He said, how is that? He said, well, this istiwa, the rising over the throne is known, but how? Allah knows best. So we don't know. The kayf, how? Allah knows best. He said, to believe in Allah rose over the throne, this is mandatory, he said. So the first thing, someone rise over something, it's known. But when it comes to Allah, the how, we don't know. And he said, believe in that Allah rose over the throne, this is mandatory to live in it. And he said, asking about this, it's a bid'ah. And I see you as an innovator. He said, get him out of here. He kicked him out. So he didn't want to basically be there. And he said, when you are on the sunnah, you don't want to be around the people of bid'ah. Because basically, they use you as, he said, this mashallah, we're all the same. You're not the same. You can advise him, but when you sit there and they're gathering their lectures and so on, you make him more, you deceive the average person, the one who have no knowledge. They think you are like the people of innovation. There's no different, and this is not right. So you don't want to do this. Like it's happened, story, subhanAllah, they mention that they have these activities here in the city, and they asked me, said, there's someone come from our town, he just want to give like a tafsir for surah. Can someone there to go there and recite Quran? I said, yeah, no problem. Came out, they promoted for this organization I disagree with. So then when you see like you there, or see someone you recommend there for them, then they like you promote them for their bid'ah. So you can, basically they utilize everything in a way for their own benefit. Like for example, you can learn some knowledge from them, no doubt. But for example, if they want to learn Arabic, without spreading that this is the teacher, you can learn from them. For example, tajweed. Sometimes there's no other people to teach you tajweed, but at the same time you have to be careful without affecting your aqidah. As some people, there's a guy, his name, I think it was named Subayq or something, Sabiq. During the time of Umar, he used to spread like there's some verses in the Quran, for an average person, he thinks they contradict one another. So he used to go to average people, tell them, what about this? Allah said this, and Allah said this, and this seemed like totally the opposite. He acted like so innocent. So this does not make sense. For example, they gave an example, like Allah said, Allah have created Adam from one ayah, from turab, from dirt, right? And there's ayah, Allah said, Allah have created Adam from clay. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said in a different ayah, Allah have created Adam from black mud. So basically, for a person who doesn't know about tafsir, you have doubted, oh, the Quran is not, there's something wrong with the Quran. So this man, he did not ask the people of knowledge, he just went there, he read on his own, and he started spreading this poisons, right? Then what happened, this of course, if you want to go to how Allah said this, so for your information, this is the steps or the stages of Adam, as Allah have created man from, they said from turab, then nutfa, sperm, then alaqa, clot, and so on, then became a baby, then became, right? So the stages of Adam, alayhi salam, same thing with this one, but the person doesn't know, said, how would Allah said, Allah had created man from clay, then from sperm, then a clot, and you know what I'm saying? So this shows like the Quran can predict each other. So Umar al-Khattab saw him, so he called him, he said, what's your name? He said, I'm Abdullah Subayq. He said, I'm Abdullah Amir al-Mu'mineen. Come here, you say this and this. He whipped him the first time. Then after he got healed, second time, then he whipped him second time. Then after he got healed, he whipped him the third time. He said, what about now? He said, let me go. And then after a while, they saw him. After the death of Umar, he said, what happened? Are you still spreading what you used to do before? He said, no, the righteous men have taught me. So he learned, subhanAllah. So nowadays you see this in social media, people, because you can write whatever you want. Wallahi, some people, subhanAllah, they come see him, you know them in the masajid, and they write something, he said, subhanAllah, he wrote a statement, unbelievable. Thus you can read the Bible, the Quran, they're all the same. As he used the story of, like, you know, they all came as divine books. Quran like the Bible and so on, subhanAllah. This is something you have to be careful with, inshallah. This is summary for this part, because the second part we will have time to do it, number 4. So we finished probably more than half of the book, alhamdulillah. We have a few minutes. If you make wudu and your socks,